Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BioVis at ISMB. Of course, we all of us have planned to be physically in Montreal, but sort of we are somewhere in the virtual space. We're in the virtual Montreal. So welcome to today's BioVis track. And this is the opening session, and we'll have a full day of interesting talks and interesting presentations, and hopefully lots of interesting discussions. I'll start by just giving a sort of slide overview of what the BioVis track is about. So we hope to showcase new and ongoing research in computational biology and computational science that highlight and address the problems in biological data visualization. So you will be seeing a lot of exciting examples how visualization has been used and have been applied to quite complex biological problems, and how visualization and computational techniques are sort of integrated. And just before we go into details of what we do today, I'd like to sort of start by just giving an overview of how our mission is and what our mission is as a community. So BioVis is a community of people who tries to sort of educate, inspire, and engage two different communities. Like on one side, the bioinformaticians and biologists, we like to sort of expose bioinformatics and biologists to the state-of-the-art visualization research, and the meeting at ISMB is our sort of main vehicle for doing that. And we also organize a workshop at ISCB, which is the biggest visualization meeting globally. And there we have the workshop, and our goal with that workshop is to sort of present some state-of-the-art biological data visualization problems to visualization researchers. So our goal is to sort of build these bridges between these researchers that have been traditionally away, but through these activities, we're hoping to bring closer to one another. So it's an interesting, a special day for us today, and then we hope that we would be able to sort of do this in physically, and then together with all of you in the same room. So this is the 10th anniversary of BioVis, and we've been organizing BioVis and different people like joining in and out since 2011. We started like 10 years ago as a symposium and at IEEE initially, and it's been collocated with IEEE, and then we have been long-standing collaboration with bioinformatics and also the ISDC. But after 2014, we sort of starting being collocated with ISMB, and after 2016, since now and also this year, we are running these two events: one BioVis at ISMB and BioVis at VIS. And it's quite exciting to see the 10th year anniversary, and it's sort of interestingly it's a digital and virtual experience, and we hope that it's a good experience for all of you, and hopefully we'll be able to meet physically again next year. And just I'll continue by introducing the people. So I'm Cagatay Turkay. I'm just noticing that I forgot to start by that introduction. I'm one of the general chairs, together with Michelle Westenbach. We have been sort of trying to get the pieces together over the year. We have a great team, an organizing team that helped shape the program that you will be seeing today. Thomas Hurt, Michael Krone, and Daniel Albert-Safir were the abstract chairs, and we were sort of responsible for managing the review process and the selection process of the papers today. And then we have the ISMB liaison chairs, Kay Nilsado is also here virtually, and Liz Marai, and then Jan and Fritz helped with the technical parts of the process. In addition to the people at working directly with ISMB, we also have Anna Maria and Karisan and Carolina Nobre organizing the BioVis at VIS, and Will Ray acting as the industry and fundraising chair for BioVis this year. In addition to all these people, we also have a wonderful steering committee where we meet regularly, and then we try to come up with ideas, both for BioVis and both for the community, and meet regularly, and then try to sort of move our sort of community forward. And here are Jan, Kay, Mark, Liz, and Jim as the current steering committee. Right. Let's have a quick look. I'll try to sort of have a quick look through today's agenda before I leave the floor to our first keynote, Henrik. So we have 3 sessions today. The morning session is we start with Henrik's keynote and followed by a number of talks, like the first session called single cell and high dimensional data. And then after the lunch break, Marinka Zitnik will join us for a second keynote, and I'll talk about the keynotes in a bit, and then which will be followed by a second session on spatial data, and then we'll have a sort of a coffee break, and then move on to the evening session, which will be about the genomic and network data, and then close with some closing remarks. So as all of you know, so we are using the ISMB's virtual conference page, where you can select like different talks and select different tracks and then join this Zoom call. So this will be running all day, so you can join in and out as you please. So if you want to stay all day, you can sort of stay on this Zoom call all day. And we also have a BioVis web page, which we keep a program in program of today in a different interface. So you can also sort of go to biovis.net and then check the BioVis program in detail for today. So coming up today, we have a lot of exciting stuff. So we have 2 keynotes, 2 paper talks, 14 abstract talks, and then if you haven't seen them already, there are like also 17 poster presentations, and hopefully lots of interesting discussions. And at the end, we want to announce the best poster award at the closing session as well. So when thinking about the 10th year anniversary, we sort of thought about a theme for BioVis this year, and then we were sort of converged on this topic of machine learning and BioVis, and then we would like to sort of think about how visualization and machine learning could be integrated, and how synergies between these 2 domains could be generated to support biological data analysis. With that in mind, we approached 2 sort of speakers to set the scene for this very interesting, very upcoming topic. So one of them will be Henrik Stobart, which I will introduce in a bit, and which will sort of follow this opening. And then after lunch, we will have Marinka Zitnik, who will also, Henrik will give us a perspective coming from a visualization research community, and then Marinka will give a perspective coming from a machine learning community for this task of integrating visualization machine learning for biological analysis. And then you will see that we have a few of the talks that will be today are also around that theme. So I try to sort of collate lots of these interesting, exciting visualizations and lots of designs and interactive interfaces from today's talks. So make sure that you stay tuned and then look at the poster sessions as well, where some of these are also presented. And then another note is that some of the papers are full papers, as I mentioned, and those full papers are available as ISM within the ISMB proceedings, which are now openly available. And I'll put these links on the Slack channel as well. And make sure that if you haven't done already, the virtual poster hall is open. So and we have 17 BioVis posters, and then you can join and ask your questions on there, or sort of find a way to contact the presenters through the Slack channel or through their email, and engage with these exciting posters as well. There will also be a Slack channel that ISCB set for us. Several of you have joined there already, but make sure that you join the Slack channel. It was on the invitation email that you got from ISMB all the way at the end. If you join, so there's already some discussion going on, and during the day we'll try to sort of post some questions there, and make sure that you can also use that to engage some of the presenters. And there's also a Coffee Connect. So if you haven't seen that, it's also on the ISMB's main page. It's another Zoom call where you can join during the breaks and interact with others. So I'll sort of ask everyone. So if you have some questions that you want to ask, or sort of some discussion that you want to follow up from the session, head to the Coffee Connect session, and then we'll put the links on Slack, but it's also on the ISMB page during the breaks. And then we'll be there particularly for lunch, but also during the coffee break, just to sort of chat with one another.